Hey guys, it's Mrs. Spiro. All right, so we're going to start on lesson 9.3, which is I just want you to take the notes today. You can get started on the assignment, but the assignment is really to be done on Monday or completed on Monday. So let's not forget that. A couple things here that I want to make sure you understand. So in the past, you've done transformation. So it was reflection, dilation, translation, rotation. This is a little bit different. It's got a formula that you can follow that makes this a bit easier. I think it makes it pretty easy. So your parent form is either f of x is equal to x squared or y equals x squared. So that's called your parent function. And that's where you start at 0, 0, and it's just a basic parabola. And then we change things. Everything can change. So let's write down the vertex form. So y is equal to a x minus h squared plus k. And let's talk about what all of these things do. So this k, let's start with the k. Is this where they start? We'll start with the k. So the k tells you whether to move up or down. Okay, so it's a y-axis move. Okay, it's an up or down. Your h is the opposite move left or right. Your a tells you a whole bunch of different things. So if it's a positive a, that means it goes upwards. A negative a makes you go downwards. A also can tell you whether it is wide. I'm going to put a like this. It'll tell you whether it controls, let's see, what do I want to say? Controls width. So if you're like this, it gets wider. They call that compressed. If you're this way, let's say here's 0. It gets narrow or stretched. I think I have those backwards. I do. This part always confuses even me. So you're compressing it together. So you're making it super narrow. This is stretched. So that means it's kind of wider. Sorry you couldn't see that. Hopefully you've got that down. I'll give you a second to write that down. Okay, so here it's talking about your H movement. So it's the opposite move. This one is your K, and it's going to move you up and down. Put left, right. Your A, if A is negative, then it looks like this. If A is positive, it'll look like that. Okay, so here's the stretched, the wider it is, the bigger the number. The narrower it is the smaller number. Okay, and down here talks about that, whether it's stretched vertically or compressed vertically. So narrow is compressed, wider is stretched. Okay, let's move down here. This is just another way to see this stuff. So this is a move to the right. It's the opposite. This is a move to your left, opposite. So this would really mean to move that way instead of what you're thinking. This is up. This is down. Okay. Flip, we've got that negative. Remember, it's a -1 that sits there. So that means it's going to be upside down. Stretched vertically, so that means if my A is like a whole number, a large number, big number. Compressed vertically is where your A is like a fraction. I don't think we deal with these other two. Okay. Because we really don't have something in front. Okay, let's keep going. This is what we just went over. So this is on the top here. And you need to remember this is the opposite of, and it has to be in parentheses. So when they're talking about this movement, it has to be in parentheses, and this is the opposite of left or right. This is up or down. This is positive, negative, and then wideness. Just as a refresher. All right, so our original equation would look like this. From here is like your basic equation. What has changed between here and here? Hopefully you can see it's a -10. It is not in parentheses, so this is our K. Does it translate? Yes. It goes down 10. So that whole graph moves down 10 units. Does it dilate? The dilation has to do with your A. So your A is equal to 1, so no. Does it reflect? A equals 1, so no. Let's try this next one. What has changed between this and this? Hopefully you said this and that. So that's my A, and again, this is my K. This time the K goes down 8 units. Does it dilate? Yes. 3 times wider. Does it reflect? Yes, because it's a -3. I mean, it's going to go downwards. Okay. Try another one. How is this different from that? This time, this is in parentheses, so this is our H. And then again, we have an A. Does it translate? Yes. It's going to do the opposite. The reason why I keep saying opposite is because this up here is a -H. That always means the opposite of. Okay, so on here we're going to go the opposite of 1. So instead of going to the right, we're going to go to the left 1 unit. Does it dilate? Yes. By 1/2, 1/2. So it gets narrower. Okay. So, or what's another word? Compressed? That word's going to drive me crazy. Reflected? Yes. Because of the negative. Let's add that to here too. So it's going to go downwards. That's how it's different. How about this one? This looks like our K, and this is our H, so the opposite. Okay, so is it going to translate? Yes, it's going to go up 1, and this says, typically right now it's saying it's moving to your left 2, but it's the opposite of, so it's a minus minus 2, so it's going to go to my right 2. Does it dilate? No, there's a 1. Does it reflect? No, no negative. Hopefully that made sense to you. Please refer to your notes. I can't stress how much it's going to mean to have good notes. Okay, so let's see what we know about this. First of all, I hope you know that my A is going to be positive, and I moved down 1, 2. So I went, my K was down 2. So which one has the down 2? Not that one, not that one. Which one of these A's is positive? This one. So my answer is A. Next, same thing. This time our A is negative, and then I moved up 1, 2, 3. So my K increased by 3. So I need increased by 3, so get rid of that one and that one. And which one of these are negative? C. This one has the most vertically stretched. So if you go back to your original notes, vertically stretched on the other page right here, vertically stretched means more like that, not this. So the further from 0 is more vertically stretched. So which one of these are furthest from 0? Hopefully you said 6x squared. Which one is next to be furthest from 0? Negative 4x squared. Just because the negative, it's still 4 away from 0. And then this one would be the closest. Okay? Let's look at these. Same thing. Which one of these is furthest from 0? Negative 4.5x squared. This is a negative 1. Is this bigger than 1? It is. So 5/3 is improper, bigger than 1. And then our negative x squared. Okay, so again, your lesson is like a stations lesson, but it's on PowerPoint, so you're not going anywhere. You're just looking and searching for your answers. Again, refer back to that intro we did on Desmos, because that was very helpful. It kind of gave you an idea what happens when things move with these parabolas. And of course, if you have any questions, let me know.